What's going on? How y'all doing? This video gonna be about remembering Tupac Shakur, uh, 25th anniversary of the death. This past week, just thinking about it because I kept getting these pictures sent to me, and it was almost like it was telling me do a video about Pac. He one of the greatest rappers ever as an artist. I wasn't always like I ain't gonna be sit here in front like hunky dory about him being like my all time top 3 or 4 or 5. But I will say this. He's one of the greatest ever for his impact. And as a poet, he's up there with the best of the best. The guy was deep, very profound, had a major following, um, one of the most charismatic and personable artists, period, in any genre. But in rap, he really definitely left a lasting impact and strong presence with his music and on the big screen, TV screen, interviews. You definitely knew he was a real dude. He did so much in such a short time. And it's sad that the powers that be murdered him, left him death unsolved, systematic, institutionalized racism at its highest. You don't never hear so-called woke folks talk about the lynching of Tupac Shakur. Of course with Biggie as well. But they don't say about the Tupac. Just a white Cadillac drives off in Vegas and fires bullets and nobody don't see nothing. Do you think that if that happened to Eminem that would be, or even Macklemore? Think about it. And you don't need Jeopardy music to get the answer. They know. But the people at these rock companies, this Hollywood plantation, would rather make money off his name and immortalize him and then have the agenda at Walmart and different places to sell his wares and make money than to solve the obvious. Why is that? Because a black body is worth more dead than it is alive, and there's more to go around. That's just what's up. And they dancing all on his grave, making a profit. Meanwhile, people who really respected his authenticity and his value as a human being and his soul and what have you, really truly want justice. He was a great, strong black contradiction. And when I say that he was a young black male that went through the many contradictions that a lot of us went through in terms of trying to facade and to live a certain way and be seen a certain way, but still trying to find out who you are and where you fit in this racist culture and society and make sense of it. And yet be humble and yet enjoy your young life and love and romance and do all those things. So remembering him, um, a lot of depth, and he paid a price, but he was willing to sacrifice. He's willing to be that person, and you will never forget that. He will never be forgotten. Tupac Shakur was definitely a voice of a generation, and definitely somebody that you knew had an old soul and old spirit, and it tapped into so much more. The sad reality is that his soul and his being as a human being wasn't valued enough to find true justice. Except it just became a money bag, an ATM Brinks machine, which people continue to cash in and cash out. And sadly, it's a sad reality. How do you remember Tupac Shakur 25 years later? Please give me your thoughts and your takes. I welcome thoughts and comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another, and solve this man's murder for real. Stop the foolery.